What's up, y'all? This is Empire episode 3, and the link to the full episode is down below in the description box. So go ahead, hit your girl up with a like. Okay, you can go and watch the video. If you want to watch this review, you can do that. You want to watch the video, then watch the review. That's even better. Alright, so let's get into it. First off, okay, Miss Tiana and the other chick, I believe her name is Monique. She was on the first episode singing that beautiful song in the studio. Tiana is shooting a video. And, Hakeem is sitting there watching. And Lucius is talking to his chick, Miss Kitty. And he's like, so what's going on with Hakeem? Is he messing with Tiana? And she was like, I don't know. He was like, well, look, I like them together. Okay, I think that we should keep it that way. So go ahead, we're going to set up a family get-together and invite her. So, it's all for publicity. Alright. Lucius, you really pimp out your son. Alright, so Tiana's on the set or whatever. And then the chick Monique is there, and Tiana bumps into Monique. She was like, nope, you ain't gonna do this. What the world? Sorry, y'all, I thought I heard something. But anyways, Tiana's like, Monica, Monique is like, you ain't gonna do this. And she's like, what are you talking about? I ain't do nothing. She's like, yeah, you bumped into me on purpose. And so Monique's manager, aka her lazy cousin, goes up to Lucius and like, look, we need to talk about what's going to happen with Monique, okay? My client is not satisfied, and we need to sit down and have a meeting. And Lucius was like, okay, well, me and Monique was going to have a meeting afterwards. He was like, yeah, I know, I'm going to be there. And, he was like, I can't, he was coming at him crazy, y'all. He was like, you was a sucker, something like that. And then Hakeem was like, well, hold up. And then Lucius like, no, let him talk. We gonna have to talk about it. And he was like, I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna come and talk, and we gonna handle this. And I'm like, this fool don't even know what he getting himself into. This is not the person that you want to come up to crazy. You thinking that he in a suit, that he's weak? No, this ain't what you want. So Lucius like, you know what? We can go talk about this right now, okay? We can go on my trailer and we're gonna go talk about it. He's like, alright. I'm like, no, don't go with him. No. He walks back there. He walks outside to his trailer. And all pleasant and all. And he's like, alright, we about to go in there and talk. And then he asked, like, one of the security guards standing out there, oh, let me see that cane for a minute. And they go in there. All you hear is him beating that man's ass, okay? And he's like, he walks back out and he gives his security back the cane. And he's like, look, tell Monique that her ex-manager will not be meeting with us later on. And then Miss Cookie pops up. And Cookie's like, look, I want to know what's going on with Bunky's funeral. You ain't told me nothing. That is my cousin. And he was like, yeah, I know. I've been so busy. But, I got something planned special for him. And, you'll see. You just love it. Lucius is so cutthroat, okay? This show is crazy. Did I mention that this show got picked up for a second season after the first 2 episodes? And 20 million people watched the show? Okay, I should be getting high views. Anyways, so they end up, leaving. She ends up going to audition some dang on singers or whatever. And one of these fools was like, it's the ABCs in me that make me want to play my MP3. And I'm like, what the? is this? And Cookie's just sitting there like, and her, her little assistant, I forgot the heifer's name. Her little assistant is sitting there and was like, all right, that's enough. You know what? Yeah, thanks for coming. And I'm like, yes, thank you for dismissing that person. They sound horrible. So they walk out to the hallway. And Cookie wants to know who are those men out there standing talking. And her assistant was like, well, those are very big songwriters. So Cookies walks out and she's like, hey, I'm Cookie. I'm the founder of, this empire. And I just kind of wanted just to tell you that my son, Jamal, he's a great singer. And I would just love it if you would write a song for him. And they just like, they don't even understand what she's saying. She's speaking a whole different language. So Miss Kitty pop up. And she's like, oh, and she starts talking in their language. She's like, I see that you met Miss Cookie. Okay, don't, never mind her. She's just visiting from prison. I was like, oh, you dirty. You dirty for that one, Kitty. So anyways, Kitty ends up going to meet with Lucius and Vernon. And Kitty, goes in there and she tells him, I hired an investigator. And Lucius is like, what? And Vernon's like, he's not cheating on you. And I'm like, y'all so dumb. I didn't even think of like her doing it. She was like, no, I hire investigators to follow Cookie. And they was like, oh, okay, why? And she was like, because I know that she's up to something. So she shows them, really shows Vernon. Lucius is sitting there eating his cereal. And, she was like, the investigator's like, look, she was talking to some lady in there. I ran the plates. I couldn't find anything. But, it wouldn't take a genius to figure out that she's been talking to the feds. Okay? So now they know that Cookie is, running her mouth. So later on, Lucius, he invites Cookie. Okay, Cookie's up there with the person, with the agent, secret agent Carter. And he already knows that is, this Fed or whatever, FBI. And she tries to act like, okay, well, this is my PO. And she keeps telling the PO, why don't you just go jump out the window, okay? Why don't you get the hell out of here? And then she's like, she's always just so crazy. I've been looking for you. I want to see if your pee is dirty. She's like, why don't you get the hell out of here? And, of course, she means it. And he was like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. You're so nice, and I'll be happy to let you know anything you want to know about her. I will definitely be happy to send her ass back to jail. And she was like, oh, thank you. You're so nice. And, while the agent goes to the bathroom, Lucius sits down and he's like, you know what? I want to invite you to a family. Actually, she's talking about Jamal. He's talking about Jamal. I want to invite Jamal to this family dinner that we're going to have, with everybody. And she's like, so you invite my son, but you ain't invite me? And he's like, well, you invited too. I'm just letting you know that. So, we're going to cut to Bunky's funeral, okay? I missed some of it. I was shooting a little cookie video. I hope y'all watching this Oreo stuffed cookies. Anyways. So, I go in there, and I guess we had missed the part. They end up getting into it because Lucius was saying all kind of foul stuff while he, is giving Mr. Bunky's sermon. And why are you doing all this? Like, don't you feel bad enough for killing him, and you gonna go ahead and you gonna say some rude ass shit about him, and you gonna just cause this big ass scene? Like, don't you have a heart? Okay, this is your ex-wife's cousin. This is somebody that helped raise your children. This is your children's cousin. Are you serious right now? This was supposedly your friend. And while he's sitting here giving his sermon, he's having flashbacks of all the things that, Bunkit and looked out for them. Him and Cookie, when, people was coming, told them, look, y'all need to get out of here to keep them out of trouble. And then he, flashed back to when he killed him. It's like, you's a cold motherfucker. I swear you is. Oh, my fries is in the oven probably burning. Anyways, so we're going to cut back, okay, to Mr. Hakeem. Now, he's in the damn club, and he starts to get some texts from somebody named Camille. Now, I don't know what the text said because it was just too small for me to read. I'm sorry, it would have fucked up my eyes. And next thing you know, somebody, an older woman, is in the club. She's on the other side, and she's sitting down. And he starts looking at her. I said, oh, that's Camille. They go to talk, and she was like, hey, so you don't miss me no more? You don't care about me? I ain't heard from you in a year. He's like, yeah, I still love you and whatever. And later on, they together, and they about to get freaky dicky. And she's like, what's my name? And he was like, Mommy. And she was like, yes. And so basically, she's just there, kind of like a gold digger. Okay, she done got his mind all wrapped up. He don't even realize it. She there because she knows that he could possibly end up running empire. And, she want to benefit from it. So she ain't nothing but a gold digging heifer. Okay, I was actually about to say hoe, but, we can call it whatever you want to call it. So, also what he got to watch out. So, okay, now it's the family dinner. Jamal and his let me tell you, earlier in the show, Cookie went over and told Jamal that he was invited to the family and to bring Michelle. And he was like, his name is Michael. She's like, oh, whatever. But anyway, so Jamal and Michelle or Michael ends up showing up. And Michael's like, thank you for inviting me. And Lucius is like, I ain't invite you, Cookie did. You's a cold motherfucker. So they go in there, and Jamal gets on the keyboard, and he got a song to play. Now, I forgot to mention this part. Cookie, before the whole thing with her and the agent going into Empire and doing that whole little skit or whatever the hell you want to call it, she's in the car talking like, okay, you want me to do all this? Well, I need you to find somebody for me named Puma. And she, Agent Carter's like, this is damn FBI, okay? This is not, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's kind of like, I tell you what to do. And then, Agent Carter's like, whatever, I'll find him. So, Cookie ends up going to, like, this ranch. And Puma, a.k.a. Cuba Gooding Jr., is there. He like, Cookie? And she like, yeah. And he like, oh, girl, I ain't seen you in so long. So, he's telling her how fine she was, how she bathed in, what was it, cocoa butter or something like that. Your skin is just beautiful. And, so how are you? Lucius, he's so dirty. I would never do you like that. For you to go to jail for him and stuff like that, no, I would never do you like that. You were always a beautiful woman. Like, he's just really, feeling her like that. And she's like, well, I kind of wanted to ask you to do something. You are the best songwriter that I know. And I kind of want you to write a song for me. And he was like, I don't do that anymore. And tell you the truth, I don't have a soft spot for Lucius. And she's like, well, this is not for Lucius. This is for my son. Okay? And he's just as talented as Lucius, but, he has a heart. And he's like, well, I'm sorry, Cookie, but I can't help you. I don't do that anymore. So Cookie's leaving. She get into the car. And um Puma ends up telling him, look, I got a song for you. I got a song for your son. I'll send it to you. So, okay, we're gonna fast forward. Cookie ends up giving the song to Jamal. Jamal listened to it. He's like, look, this is a little old school. Okay, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. She was like, I know it's old school, but it's still a great song. It's still something there. It's about a man, who loves a woman, but she doesn't feel the same way. And it was written about me, but your daddy, he just couldn't make it work. So, they're at the family, get together or whatever. And Lucius has already been shading Jamal and his boo. Jamal goes in there and starts playing the keyboard. And he's like, I'm about to sing a song that a friend of Cookie wrote. So he starts to sing it, and immediately Lucius knew what song it was. And his face starts to change, and he's like, you know what? I never liked the song until now. When I hear your version of it, it's great. It's beautiful. And he starts talking to Kid. Now, babe, I think I know. I think we got the perfect song to finish for John Legend's album. And they like, what? And Cookie was like, Lucius, you make me sick. You would never like this before. And Jamal's like, Mom, let it go. I didn't even like the song anyways. And Lucius like, oh, so you wanted the song? I didn't know that. You wanted the song, though? It's crazy. I mean, I own the song. I can do what I want with it. But I didn't know you wanted the song. And he was like, yeah, I wanted the song. I mean, I didn't want the song, but, Cookie played it for me. And she told me that it was written for her. And she tried to play it for you back in the day, but you couldn't make it happen. But I can. So, you know what? You tired of the song? Do what you want to do with it. I'm out. I'm done with this. So, Cookie, she's shaming Lucius. You should be ashamed of yourself. Blase, blase. Lucius didn't hurt it all. He still don't give a fuck. So, Lucius ends up showing up to Jamal's place. And he walks in there and starts to, I'm thinking he's coming around to Jamal. Wrong. Okay, he walks in there, he starts talking about how, he gonna do what he want with it. Why are you so sensitive? Okay, that's what I ever tried to teach you, was to toughen up. Okay, be a man. And Lucius is crazy. When Jamal walked out, he's like, let him go. Okay, when out of the family gathering, whatever, let him go. Okay, this was supposed to be about men and a woman. Okay, not a sissy and his bitch. I was like, well, damn, why are you so cold? Why are you so cold, Lucius? So, anyways, Jamal and Lucius, they get into it at Jamal's place, and he was like, you know what? I'm done with you. Okay, I can't take how you be treating me. All I ever did was love you and try to do right by you and all this bullshit. And Lucius is like, I don't even want to hear it. Jamal is like, all right, well, you know what? I'm done with this. He throws the keys down. Look, me and him will be ready. We'll be ready to leave out in about 15 minutes. And then Lucius like, no, you gonna need them keys probably in the morning. He's like, no, I'm not coming back. Lucius like, yeah, you'll be back. So Jamal and Michael is leaving, and Michael was like, "You sure you want to go?" Michael's looking like, "Please don't take me from this. No, Daddy, don't take me from this. No, Daddy, no." He liked that good lifestyle. Okay, he might be willing to put up with it, Jamal. Okay, because he ain't really got to deal with this shit. Few insults here and there. He could deal with free rent. Alright. So they get outside. Michael's like, so what are we going to do now? And Jamal's like, I don't know. But we'll be fine. Okay? He's like, so you just going to let him have it all? He's like, yeah. He can have it all for now until I start taking over the empire. And then they zoom in on his face, and he got this evil look on his face. I'm like, no, Jamal, I do not need you to become corrupt either. Okay, you were the one person on this show that wasn't on some slick shit. You know, you were kind of innocent. I don't need you coming corrupt either. Alright, I appreciate that it was somebody in there that was straightforward and not cutthroat. I love all the smart ass remarks he was giving Lucius, because Lucius deserved it. I know it's disrespecting your parents, but not when your parents treat you like that. Okay. But that's it for this. That's all I remember. I watched it some hours ago. And okay, I ain't taking notes on it. But y'all, thanks for watching. I got other shows to watch and other shows to review. Hopefully I'll write some notes on that. But y'all, thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter @JazzShaman. And y'all be easy. Bye.